If I'm telling a story, it's cause they tell the statements. Only difference in my stories, they ain't used for no arraignments. Yo, and live is still snitching, YouTube snitch arena. Sector full of internet haters with bullshit misdemeanors. They throwing stones to the screen, fragile all in person. Docs and address is funny, now docs where they hearses. I guess we gangster cause of Wi-Fi connection. That's some caps lock anger, fuck that typing or addressing. Broke is mad cause they pockets rely on they wife. And they deposit all them threats, scared to withdraw their life. Of course they safe up in their house cause they choosing and picking. Maybe screenshot it for the memories of how you was living. Jam guns and broken niggas with broken beams. Never been a shooter, just a jump man with a broken dream. Glocks don't care if you a thug or a blogger. If you leave that home base, they gon' tag you like a Dodger. If I'm approached with that 40 local lock on the scope, slinging out it isn't cool, but it'll heat up your soul. Media, insurance, policies, podcast lies. If it's Austin, get it poppin', should've took down them lives. Let the cops do their job so they don't bother me. You call him brother, but he still got some whole tendencies. I really am who I am, not pretend to be. I be outside, so how the fuck you ain't ran into me? And if you smack me, then we gotta go to war to the death. Go all in and put the chips in the middle to bet. Take your odds with the dirt, cause I'm not what you expect. Check the scoreboard, my belt tight from hoes that I stepped. Belt to ass, that's how we gotta settle disputes. Leave them matching metal jackets that I loaded in suits. So when it's speaking, tell no lies, clips spitting the truth. Taggers boo on the news, now they crying for proof. Compact frame, power forward large. Hollow tip as the point playing guard. Compact frame, power forward large. Hollow tip as the point playing guard.
What's happening, y'all? This is the Late Late Show, Edward Studio TV. I am the face of the Austin segment. We got breaking news tonight. We're talking about treason. Got Almighty Lane Life in the building. What's up, bro?
Man, I'm cool.
Man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Before we get into all the news, man, we appreciate everybody stopping by, man. Give me your thoughts on the show that we had today earlier with the street fame. Was that us right there? Was that a good show?
Yeah, it was a good show.
What about the special guest that came by? What you give him on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give him a 0.5. I don't know if Stan G ready for this high level conversation.
Okay. We were doing a different thing. He wasn't ready for what we had going on today.
I don't think he's ready for that just yet, man. But
okay.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So we had man, I went back and watched the show, man, and I know his mic was cutting out and his internet was off, but look, if y'all gonna hit the stage with me and bro on the stage, you better have your shit together.
Nah, for real.
I'm talking about, man, we doing something different, man. Y'all go back and watch today's show, Street Fame. With me and Almighty Lane like today, man, it got serious out here, man. It got serious, huh? Like, we showed the difference between who he is and who everybody else pretending to be.
Yes, man.
Oh, my little co-host.
Yeah, he and that bitch sleep.
Okay, he not. What's up, gang? Not a gang member, man.
Don't even mention his ass. He gonna wake up.
Okay, like Mark, he gonna pop right out.
Bullshit. Like, nah, he sleep.
I had ordered your diamond art, right? But I had already put the order in before you told me something. So the first, I got you another one coming, but the first order is not gonna be the one you had asked for. But I still got you coming on the one you had asked about though.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but she got yours already coming.
Yeah, bro.
So look, this is the Late Late Show, y'all. And tonight, man, we talking about treason, man. Have you seen the have you been watching the news where the Democrats did their big speech and They telling the U.S. Army not to listen to the president.
Hell no.
You ain't seen that?
Shit no. Man,
Man,
you paint to you.
Trump is going ballistic, huh? What's up, Chocolate Tie? Well,
He
Trump
the
is going
commander.
ballistic about that.
The fuck you mean? He the commander in chief.
Man, they setting it up well. They's telling the people that Trump is trying to be a dictator. You know, they had already been saying that. But they was like, you do not have to take any unlawful orders, this, that, and the third, but they failed to say what the unlawful orders was that he was committing, that he was giving. You know, this tomorrow news today. Now we about to put it on the board, man. So they did a movie. Obama and them did a movie. You seen the Obama movie?
No.
Man, they did a big budget movie right at the end of his last term, and it's talking about all of this, about how the states can get away from the government, from the federal government. They don't have to listen to the feds, and the blue states can break away, and we can have two Americas. All this is in this movie.
Remember what happened last time, don't you?
They tried that move, okay, with Abraham Lincoln as the president.
Yeah.
So what did they do that time? Because some people don't know what we're talking about. We got to go slow, bro. So when Abraham Lincoln was the president, what happened?
The motherfucking Civil War.
Civil War, brother against brother. It was the North versus the South, man. And right now they're trying to set it up red versus blue. I want to tell y'all, pay attention to what's going on, man. So yeah, these folks the Democrats went on camera, and about 4 or 5 of them got on there on like a video. You know how they do a little video, like a PSA or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they done did one of them talking about don't listen to the president. And they put it out there, but the one thing that they didn't do was say what illegal order he has given or what illegal order that he was trying to give. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they doing the most. They doing too much. And Trump spoke about it. He was like, now back in the day, that was treason. That was absolute treason back in the day. Y'all running around playing games. And you know, so now they crying to my Trump is calling for treason. You know what I'm saying? They'll say anything, man. And Trump was like, he's not calling for treason. He's not calling for anybody to be harmed. But he do have the Justice Department and the Department of Defense checking into it, though, to see what can be done. You know what I'm saying? He was like, them people should be kicked out of office right now, though. Everybody who was on one of them little talking that talk.
Yeah, I'm actually looking into it now. So that's a bold ass statement.
What, that Trump said? Or for them to be saying, don't listen to the president?
Yeah, it says several Democratic lawmakers with military backgrounds released a video urging troops to refuse unlawful orders, which may. Okay, let me see. They don't say what shakes though.
Right. See, that's the whole thing. They just walk out saying some stuff. Trump has never given an unlawful order. You know what I'm saying? He is not on the cusp of giving one. He ain't running around here doing that silly. They just putting that out there in the ether. I know, big boy. I know I was just about to hit the camera, too. I was just about to hit the camera, big boy.
So what? Controversy. So, okay, it says the controversy comes amid recent military actions ordered by Trump, including strikes on alleged drug boats near Venezuela.
Right, that one day excuse. Yep. I don't agree with them strikes.
Nah, hell no.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but
Fucker had to be out there fishing. It'd be a shame if we thought you was transporting cocaine.
right. Nobody. I mean, how we know you out there doing that? You know what I'm saying? Just 'cause he said so.
Damn,
But see, that's international water. Ain't no law out there.
I know.
Hmm. When you get so far out there, you know, when you get so far out there in maritime law and shit, you fuck around find yourself in no man land.
Yeah, that's crazy, but that shit, that's treason. Shit.
What, to say don't do it or to not do it?
I mean, both. What,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Well, you're not supposed to obey an illegal order though. But
Well,
the
yeah, but what's the legal order? It
right
don't
now I was
say.
about to tell you, the Constitution is clear. You know what I'm saying? It's a chain of command in the military. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to the higher up. You got to follow your chain of command. But it got to be clear. It can't be up for discussion. If it's up for discussion, you got to follow your damn order. Yeah. I know you do. That ain't the right one. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. No. Or do it again. Just do it again. See if it'll go again. Yeah. It's clear. The military law is clear. If you are given an order, you are not to follow an illegal order, but it has to be clear though. It can't be up for discussion. It got to be clear. If it ain't clear, you got to do your job. You got to do your job, or you got to step up out of office right then and there. Whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying? You out there on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Release your authority, your whatever you got going on. You got to come up out there right then and there. Put your papers on the table if you ain't in the field. Cause see, the reason it's like that. Oh, I got the hiccup. The reason it's like that is because if you're out there in that field, you don't have time to second guess what's being told to you. You know what I'm saying? People's lives is at stake. You know what I'm saying? You know, drop the bombs and you know what I'm saying? We'll sort it out later. But on this one though, it's so dangerous for them to play this game because you got a lot of people who, you know, they doing that blue red thing for real, and they really, you know, you got people in there who feel like, yeah, man, he trying to be a king, trying to be a dictator, and might not, you know what I'm saying, follow through on what they've been told to do. But yeah, the law is clear, man. If it got to be clear, like if he tell you to blow up this church with people in there, you know what I'm saying, you got to, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? You set your stuff down and walk off, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but
And what a video is.
we gotta be clear like that. Oh, you want to play the video? Let me see if I can find it right quick. It shouldn't be nothing to play this.
Oh, okay. So it's damn. Go back. Senator Alicia Sultan, Senator Mark Kelly, Representative Jason Crow, Representative Chrissy Houlihan, Rep. Maggie Goodlander. Where do you get these fucking last names from?
Right. See, one thing they doing is not a good play for them. So, they pretty much done got over their skis again. So that's why the video ain't just, moving around like that. You know what I'm saying? They doing more talking about it than showing it. Because, you know what I'm saying, it was a bad play. But they going on with the play anyway, though. Because the whole play was to get Trump on camera talking about it and try to, run him into some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Try to get him to misstep or misspeak. What's his name? Al Green. He calling for the impeachment of Trump right now. To impeach the president, he have to have done something wrong.
That'll make history.
What's up?
Nigga get impeached twice.
This will be the third time.
Yeah, actually, he did get impeached twice. His last leg.
Yeah, he never been found guilty though. The impeachment is in the House, and that's the actual indictment. And then you go to the Senate and have the extra hearing. He won both hearings, but yeah, he got impeached twice already. Bill Clinton lost his hearing, but he didn't get kicked out of office though. But he got banned. He lost his law license and everything for doing the Lewinsky. They kept that under wraps. People didn't even know Clinton had got impeached. That's why they did Trump twice. So he'll be have more than Clinton. Yeah, they definitely.
So let me ask you this.
Here go Jay talking about it. Go ahead. What you say, bro?
No, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think Donald Trump is making any bad decisions?
Yeah, we just talked about one. That what he got going on with them alleged drug boats. I think that's a bad move. I understand the play, but you got to give me some evidence that boat got drugs on it, it's illegal and all that. You can't just be blowing that stuff up just because it's in the water like that. Because you're going down the rocky road because that's a slippery slope. Because like you say, what if you was out there fishing? They're like, oh yeah, you got drugs.
No fishing.
Right, but you was fishing though. But you was in the boat over there with the drug boats. We going. I thought you was a drug boat. Well, it's too late for that. Then what they doing to it? Now if they was pulling the boats over, then we can have a discussion about. But you blowing them up. You doing too much.
What about the man that's fishing to feed his family? Nigga, I'm not going out there right now. If we gonna fish in this lake, in this pond in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, but what I mean, I wouldn't, I'm talking about, I don't think the only other president I seen receive this type of hate was old George.
Right, it's the same play. The media is ran by the Democrats. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC. Them is all Democrat news sites. The only conservative news site is Fox. And then each one of them got different programs, different shows. Everything on their channel, on their platform is I hate Donald Trump. I hate Republicans. You know what I'm saying? They don't even try to be fair with the shit. Here go, they only be critical of Democrats when they really done, cross the line. And then they still try to You know what I'm saying? Tiptoeing, dancing around what's going on with them. Here go Jake Tapper right here talking about what we talking about. Listen to how he talk about it though. You heard what we just said. Listen what Jake Tapper say though.
6 members of Congress to potentially be executed or hanged because they issued a video because Trump's reaction was so out of control, that this issue of illegal orders is not a new one. There's this new movie out starring Russell Crowe called Nuremberg. The Nuremberg defense, this is the war crimes tribunal after World War II, was that these Nazis were only following orders. And the Nuremberg defense was resoundingly rejected in international law, being obedient. When a bunch of U.S. soldiers massacred hundreds of innocent Vietnamese civilians, and their defense again carrying out orders. And there was a similar debate after the Kent State shooting.
But see, he is talking about stuff that's not going on though.
Yeah, but it sounds,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
what's understood don't need to be said.
Yeah, but what it sounds like is nigga just compared old 47 to Adam, and the army is not the Gestapo. That was
the CIA type shit.
Yeah, but goddamn.
Right. That's the play. That is the play right there. To compare them to them to make the wackos in service think that we got to resist. We got to stand up. We got to go against this.
Nigga compare them to data. Damn.
The lady that let it go back just a little bit. So when Obama was in office, he passed the law saying that it was okay to use propaganda in the U.S. At first, you couldn't use propaganda in the U.S. It was illegal to do propaganda over here. He passed the law and said that it was okay. So they took away that little caveat out where you couldn't do propaganda. You know what I'm saying? So they got that back in there where you can do propaganda in the USA. Anyway, the lady who actually, crafted this little move for them to do the little video and all that, she a CIA analyst. This is what she do. She did it in other countries and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is how they cause dissent and confusion in other countries. And then this is how they, mess around and uninstall the dictator or the ruler of the country by doing stuff like this right here. You know what I'm saying? Putting this kind of stuff on the board. And they all with it because this dude he doing the most.
Shootings in 1970 when National Guardsmen shot some student protesters protesting the Vietnam War. And there was a whole debate about whether or not they had been told to fire. And in fact, a Vietnam veteran friend of mine just sent me a booklet. He's a former Marine, a booklet that he got as a Marine.
Now that's Jake Tapper right there who talking. He is one of the he one of the top guys over at CNN. That's what he worked for. He worked for CNN. He one of the top guys over there. So what they do is he on his Twitter feed right now, Instagram or TikTok or whatever. He ain't on his show. But you know what I'm saying? He trying to perpetrate the fraud and act like he just, talking at home. But all this part of the play though. Peep the game, man.
After My Lai and Kent State, this was in 1972, Fleet Marine Force Pacific, understanding the military justice system. And right there, he showed me Chapter 6, Legality of Orders. Am I required to obey illegal orders? No, you are not. Suppose someone gives me an illegal order, I obey it. Can I use obedience to orders as a valid defense to the charge? No, you cannot. So this idea that these Democrats, in just reminding service members that they don't have to carry out illegal orders, so that in itself was hideously offensive. I guess people can be offended by whatever they want, but it is not unheard of for service members to be told, don't carry out orders that you know are illegal. President Trump's.
But why you see, they trying to play us like we silly now. Why are you even having this conversation though? What is the reason to be having this conversation? You see what I'm saying? Is anybody giving out any illegal orders? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? See, that's how they playing the game. They playing it like, you know, but the whole thing is to, what we call them is a hero. They need one of them heroes to step up and try something. You know what I'm saying? So they're causing confusion and dissension. What's up, Fred? Fresh in the building, why not fresh in the building? Yeah, they causing dissension and confusion amongst the military, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get somebody to do something, to try a move. And then they can blame it on Trump. Say he the one causing all the confusion and the turmoil. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really got going on. And Trump kind of played into their hands. Cause see, it was almost like when Doug Dunn popped up and asked me about you know what I'm saying, did I hear about being that I got to talk to the manager to, you know, go through the dude, talk to the manager. And then Twin popped up and said, I shouldn't even answer the question. So I think, you know, this was one of them cases where Trump shouldn't have even said that. You know, he should have just said, yeah, I seen the video, or, you know, let me go check that out. You know what I mean? Or something. But, you know, Trump, he gonna just talk. He gonna freestyle. So he was like, you know, that seemed like sedition to me. You know what I mean? So now they looking into it now. But it give the people on the extreme a chance, because see, Jake Tapper didn't come right out and say it. So he trying to play it down the middle a little bit, trying to tiptoe around. But you got the people on the extreme who really hate Trump. They run around talking about, he talking about unaliving people. Because, you know, that's the penalty for treason. It's not off the books either. It's still on the books. If you get caught doing a treasonous act, the penalty is what it is. Ain't no probation. You know, so that's why they was trying to charge Trump with it, but they could never. Well, they was trying to charge him with it. They was trying their best to charge him with that, but they couldn't never get nothing to stick on it because, you know, he ain't. Y'all just having y'all just having really a policy disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Trump don't think that men should have babies and all that nonsense they got going on. So y'all just having a dispute over policies. You know, he don't think the border should be wide open and this, that, and the third. You know, he think he should lower the taxes. And they is so mad about all that they is literally lying on this man trying to, you know, get something going. So the reason that I put this story on the board, because we looking into the future of what it's going to look like. Because you remember when we call it the summer of love. But do you remember when it was riots every day all over the streets? Behind the George Floyd. Huh?
I do.
Right. So Trump, at the time, Trump was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get the what's up, Blade?
What up? What up, man?
Cool. So at the time, Trump was trying to get the governors to, you know what I'm saying, to knock that stuff off, to get that stuff knocked off. Get these people out the streets. We not gonna be rioting and marching all through the U.S. every day, tearing up buildings and looting and burning those stuff. We're not about to do that. So Trump was trying to get them to let him bring in the National Guard to, you know, bring back some order or something. So if we looking into the future at the play, that's what they about to try to do again. You
Cause
know what I'm saying? Go
all them places want all this federal assistance, but then the National Guard got to come in to, get order and everything took care of and shit. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Because one of they play is the
And you
guy
got
who wrote up this play right here is one of his things that he say he's been quoted on record saying never let a casualty go to waste. Never let a go to waste. I'm saying use it to your advantage. Hoping that they can mess around and catch a unarmed man out here getting pow by the police, so they can crank up the riots.
it's
They hoping something go down so they can
it's
crank
getting
up the
bad.
riots. But if nothing don't go down, they're gonna do something to make it go down. A crisis, that's what they say. Never let a
Let's,
crisis go to waste.
let's see the way it is, man. Trump's trying to put an end to it. But then,
Right,
like, these motherfucking, I don't know, I call it liberals. They
right,
trying to keep it going. That way they can make Trump look like the bad guy, like he trying to be, all overbearing, fucking communist shit, trying to take over everything.
right,
It ain't even like that,
right, right. Right. It's not like that. They
He
trying
trying to
to
save us. He
what
trying
they
to save us
hoping.
all money, because whenever they tear these places up, generally, we got to fucking come in and rebuild it, and that takes money, and that ain't free.
Right, right, right. Right. They are hoping that something happens and then they can mobilize they side with that. But if don't nothing take place, they gonna make something happen. They gonna make something shake something. They hoping they can trick somebody into going into a church or you know what I'm saying? Something. They trying to get
Uh,
something going. And hopefully that'll be enough to get the
what's
people
almost
outside. So then Trump can bring the National Guard. Then they can run around and say, I told you." That's they play.
they trying to play pin the tail on the donkey, and then like,
Right,
but they don't want nobody to see who's pinning the tail.
right,
And they doing it that way they can deflect away from all the bullshit that's already went on that they trying to clean up.
right,
Shit, you understand why motherfuckers riot, burn shit down when these shootings be happening?
right.
Man,
That's what I'm saying.
bro, that shit
In a real event, I understand the people's frustration. You know what I'm saying? In a real event, I understand the people's frustration. But what I'm telling you is if don't nothing real happen, they gonna crank something up anyway.
No, I
yeah.
get what you saying.
Right.
Yeah, they crank starting people up, man. They paying them. They
Exactly.
paying them. George Soros got motherfuckers on the payroll, dude. That to orchestrate this shit. When
They
they
already
want,
set up. They ready to go. They just waiting on something to happen. If don't nothing happen, that's what I'm telling you. They gonna create something.
yeah, they get suited and booted, man. When it fucking comes time for something to go down that they got planned, you know.
But that's on the left, not on the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Man,
yeah.
hold
And you got state governments going against federal governments too, like all these cops where ICE has been going in. These cops have been going against ICE in some
In in
places.
in the blue states, in the blue cities. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like they roguing against each other.
Exactly.
That's dangerous.
It's very dangerous
Not not
because
not just not just not just for them, but for public, like for all around public safety, man.
right
Because here,
for the safety of the public. Because in Texas a few weeks back, they had a man sitting on the roof taking shots at the ICE building.
yeah. See,
You know what I'm saying?
motherfuckers like that, man, they ain't got no sense to begin with. They need to do something with motherfuckers that's standing on top of buildings shooting at motherfuckers, man. You
Right. I
know,
mean, they got it to where now they are following. They stalking the ICE buildings in their neighborhood in their cities,
man,
and
here's what
whenever they
I,
go out 3, 4 deep, the ICE agents roll out. They know they're going to on a raid. They know they're going to enforce a warrant. They following them and getting the people in that community in that neighborhood to come outside and get in the way and fuck with ICE. You know what I
man,
mean?
they gonna have to, they gonna have to start setting examples, man, on this fucking crime. That way people won't do it so much. Like, back in the old days, man, you done something, you killed somebody, you done something, you stole somebody's cattle or something, they fucking string you up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why.
And it'd be public, and everybody, it'd be right there at the town square.
And see, that what Trump was saying that
And
back
you
in the
see,
day that
you see somebody fucking, yeah, take that way out of it, and that they ain't got no other choice. Yeah, you're gonna think twice about decisions that you make because you might not want to be the motherfucker that's going through all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
So that's why with this situation, that's why Trump was speaking out on it, trying to let them know like this is dangerous, bro. Like y'all playing a dangerous game, man, because y'all getting the people riled up on something that we don't need the people riled up on in a situation where because what they trying to do is have it already set up for when Trump make whatever kind of move he gonna make, then they gonna go out and have some crazy people saying that it's an unlawful order. That's gonna cause confusion and dissension amongst the military, amongst the ranks. And once that confusion and stuff set in, it ain't no telling where it can go.
Yeah,
You know?
it's gonna send a motherfucking shockwave.
Exactly. If you standing next
And
to a man and he talking about these illegal orders and you know they ain't,
just
you need
like
to go ahead and handcuff him. You
just
need to
like
go
that
get
shit, same
yeah.
way with January 6th or whatever. That sent a shockwave, man. And they was ready for it. They was ready for it. You know what I'm
They was
saying?
it was they
Fully
got a big
prepared.
yeah, they got a big investigation going because it wasn't what they said it was.
Yeah, but they was ready for it though. They was ready for it to be not what they said it was. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, because I'm watching it in real time as it's happening. Because I'm watching the vote, I'm watching the whole thing in real time, and a lot of the pages, the stations that I watch, they was cheering it on.
Cause you've got to figure, man. You got to figure that's politics. And when you politicking, man, the number one thing about politics is opportunities.
Right.
And when you see opportunities, boy, you got hey, you either got to take it or leave it alone. You know
That's
what I'm
why they
saying?
that's why that man said what he said about never let a crisis go to waste. They are
Yeah,
waiting on something to happen so they can mobilize their people in the streets. That
but
last month
it
they
looks to
stormed the No Kings rally. That was all the setup play to
mm,
get the people organized, to get the people to start coming outside. So when they do push the button on
well,
Trump is a dictator, Trump pushing out illegal orders, the people
see
ready to go out there in the streets and march.
what their main objective is. Their main objective is to create division amongst parties. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's like a Democrat's motherfucking objective is to create division amongst the Republican Party. Same way with the Republican. His objective is to create division. Well, they do that to an extent, but then, man, looks to me like all that shit that went all that paper, all this fucking the Epstein files and all this shit that went down the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
I, everybody talking about how it was gonna hurt Trump. You know what? It looked to me like it hurt the motherfucking Democrats more than it hurt Trump.
Of course it did. That's why when they was in power,
They
that's
was a
why they
bunch of
came.
them. They was a
That's why
bunch
they
of them
been
motherfuckers. Yeah, they didn't want they didn't want a bunch of this unraveling, man, because they was more of them that had their motherfucking hands in the fire than what they wanted to let on. Like, you
right.
know what I'm saying? They only
FD,
put Trump. They only put Trump out there as a target to
to
deflect away from their bullshit.
right to distract the people from what was really going on. Cause
There was a bunch of them Democrats that had people that had donated to them, that had went to that motherfucking island.
right. They went to the island. He donated money to a lot of their campaigns and stuff. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on because my thing was, and I put this on the board last week, that they need to, if your name is in them files, you need to get in front of a camera and explain yourself.
Well, I
You know,
think they ought to have to come before a congressional hearing,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
at the very least, you
just
need to get in
just
front of the camera.
just like the mafia would in a motherfucking RICO case or some shit.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
right, so they done issued a subpoena to Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton right now. That's on the board right now. And they arrested Steve Bannon because he got issued a subpoena. He did not come to Congress to testify. And
Yeah.
he got arrested and he went to jail. Now, they set the precedent that if you get a subpoena and you don't show up, you can be arrested. They did it already. They gave the man the subpoena. He didn't show up for the congressional hearing. They issued a warrant for his arrest. He went in front of a judge, and the judge
Yeah.
locked his ass right up. So now they done issued Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton a subpoena, and both of them said they was not showing up.
You know, most of the time, I'll just be real with you. You know, from what I've seen in them type of situations, uh, you better off to go. Make sure you show your ass up. That don't mean you got to
Right.
answer
That's what.
everything. You can say, hey, you know, my
Plead the
legal
fifth.
counsel advised me to plead the fifth on this question.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Or you can get up
hey,
there and you can do the bad dad bar and
and
get you off
that
the
don't
line.
that it just looks better that way. And
Mm-hmm.
that don't mean that they ain't gonna put some motherfuckers on you to you know to do some digging. That don't mean that they ain't gonna you know give that to the motherfucking attorney general to you know send it to a grand jury to bring charges on your ass. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
This will be the first time
It
that
just looks better.
right.
You
This will be the
know.
first time that the ex-president has been subpoenaed to come and sit in front of Congress for a hearing. This will be the first time.
Well, I thought Bill Clinton had been subpoenaed to over Monica Lewinsky.
Nah, he was
That,
party to the case, so he spoke. You know what I'm saying? He spoke on his own or whatever, without getting a subpoena or whatever. He never did show up to the congressional hearings and stuff and speak in front of the hearings. You know what I'm saying? Sit at that table and take them questions. Now Hillary
yeah,
did because she was head of the State Department. You remember when Benghazi? That's what got
yeah.
Hillary Clinton in trouble.
Well, yeah, but she told
That's
him,
what got her
hey,
all in trouble. And then she
yeah,
destroyed her email and her telephones and all that.
she got a hold of the main man from the FBI, and he told her how to destroy her phones and stuff. Told her to take a hammer to him. You know,
Comey. Comey.
yeah. And then they, you know, they orchestrated that motherfucking big bunch of fucking shit, the Russian collusion bullshit with
Mm-hmm.
with old Shifty Shift, motherfucking
Adam
dickhead
Schiff.
from California, yeah.
Adam Schiff, right.
And they never did. I think at one time he was censored, you
Yeah, he
know.
was. They
And they need to drop a gavel on his ass, man, because he orchestrated a big bunch of that motherfucking shit. He had
they got
emails.
him.
Yeah,
He
he had
got
emails from the
he got
FBI. The
immunity. Yeah, he got immunity for anything he said on the floor of the House, anything he said while he was actually in Congress inside the building, they got immunity to speak freely.
Yeah, but
So
if they conspiring,
right,
if
he still can't do nothing illegal. Right, he still can't do nothing illegal, but you
that's
know what I'm
like,
saying.
hey, you can be
He
a
under investigation right now though.
you can be a congressman all day, every day, and
Mhm.
go up there and say what you want to say, what you believe in. But if you're doing some underhanded shit underneath the table, you know,
Right, he under
hey,
he was in the
that
House, and then he gave up his House seat and ran for Senate. So now he's in the Senate.
that was like that. There was some weird shit that went on with McCarthy and that
Mm-hmm.
Matt Gates. You remember that? And then
Matt,
Matt Gates from Florida.
right. Yeah,
They'd
they
accused
trying to set
him
him
of,
up. Yeah, they trying to
yeah,
set him up.
he supposed to be doing some drugs with some underage girls and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, Trump was going to nominate him for something, and he declined the nomination.
Attorney
It
General.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Trump
was
had
weird.
appointed him as the Attorney General. Well, he didn't appoint him, but
Well,
he was gonna. He had
yeah,
nominated him. Yeah, he nominated him for the Attorney General, but
go in
he couldn't
front of
get no support. He
confirmation
couldn't get
hearing.
enough back.
Yeah,
Right, he
he
didn't even
didn't.
make it to the confirmation. He went on
He
and
didn't
dropped
even.
out.
He didn't even go. Yeah. Trump ended up going with
And
Bondi. I
see,
think he
what
done.
Trump did was he hired a lot of Republican congressmen and senators to be in his administration both terms. So he actually gutted the party a little bit. That's one thing because Lane was asking me, is there anything that I disagreed with Trump about? And that was one of the things that I disagreed with him on. He took a lot of our people off the board. You know what I'm saying? He took them out of Congress and put them in his administration. Now they working hard doing a good job for him at different roles, but we lost a lot of heavy hitters inside of the Congress. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
We lost a lot of heavy hitters inside of the government that we need. And
I mean you got Rubio.
right.
He's
He took Rubio off the board. Rubio was a senator from Florida.
but
And
shit. Rubio's got 3 different titles up underneath him. I don't even. I know Secretary of State's one of them, and I can't remember what the other ones are. But yeah,
that's all he is. What's up, Moni? My female lady shooter in the building. What's up, Mona Love? My home girl in the building. Yeah, we got we should have never lost Marco Rubio. You know what I'm saying, from the Senate. Say it
yeah.
again, bro.
Said Rubio a damn slime, Lord.
Yeah, Rubio was a good senator though for our side. I mean, he was a good man for our side.
I remember when he fucking said something about, if you got small hands, you probably got something else small. And Donald Trump said, I can guarantee you there's nothing else small. It's definitely not small or some shit. And then
Right, yeah.
he started fucking with him. He said, yeah, little Marco. Calling him
Little
little
Marco.
Marco. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
yeah, that
said,
was
okay.
Trump.
He said, okay, Big Don.
Yeah, that was Trump thing. Yeah, that was Trump thing with him. I got see when they did the first impeachment, Adam Schiff was doing his thing in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give credit where credit due now. Adam Schiff was one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? He really do the propaganda. He really do the bad dad ball. He on the next level with it. He one of the best they got. So he was the one of the impeachment managers because that's what they call them. The House of Representatives, they come over to the Senate and present their case. So in the first impeachment hearing, Adam Schiff was the one leading the case, and he was on a roll. He was on a roll. He almost had him, boy. And Jerry Nadler jumped up there and got in his way. You know what I'm saying? They was both big Democrats, and every time every time the Republicans got up to speed, then Schiff would come back and hit them with what he was hitting them with. And Schiff was hitting them with it. And Nadler ran up there and, you know what I'm saying? It was the Republican had sat down, so Schiff was getting his notes together. He about to go up there. Jerry Nadler ran up there before him. He was like, Jerry. He was trying to stop him. Jerry Nadler went right up there and started reading right off his paper. You know what I'm saying?
You ever been to
They almost had Trump.
You ever been to the West Coast, man? You ever been out there?
Nah. The farthest I've been is Oklahoma, where Texas.
Let me tell you, man, that is another motherfucking world out there, bro. Another motherfucking world. It's like a different planet. I was in culture shock when I went out there, man. I had never seen anything like that, man. And people are so snotty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People are just so snotty out there, boy. And their ideas are just so, I don't know, bro, like out of this motherfucking planet. Wild ass shit.
Schiff that's how he became a senator, though. Because of the work that he did on the impeachment hearing. He did such a good job, even though they lost. He went out there and covered it up and created enough distraction and confusion to where they rewarded him and let him run for senator. He actually took Kamala Harris' seat. He won her seat, so you know what I'm saying. He in the Senate now, and he not coming out. He not gonna lose his seat.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, Chuck Schumer's gonna get run out of town, and AOC gonna take his spot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand New York City how they allow these people to be in office, man. I don't understand. I know they got the big machine, they got the money, they've been there for years, but at a certain point, man, you got to wake up and smell the coffee.
Well, I think I don't know, man. I think this whole thing with Mondami, I think that has really, yeah, that has really shook up a bunch of motherfucking hornets' nests, you know. And they gonna
So
start.
what he talking about Mondami is he won the mayor's race in New York, and he's an
Yeah,
extreme left politician.
he's a
He's a
socialist.
communist. Yeah,
He's
he's a
he's
social.
a socialist, straight up commie, man.
You know what
You
I'm
and
saying? So
he believes
he just
that
went to the White House. He just went
if
to
you
the White House and met with Trump.
he believes that if you've got a home, that you ought to allow the homeless people to live with you in your home.
But don't nobody live in his home though.
There ain't nobody gonna live in that motherfucker's home. Mm-mm.
And then he a Muslim. He from overseas. You know what I'm saying? So he can't be president.
No, but you take somebody uh, that's got that type of power in that big of a city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a big population of people in New York. You know.
Right. And that's why he went to the White House, because at the very end of the day, he gonna need the president to, keep sending that money to the federal dollars to New York. So Trump met with him in the White House yesterday, and they had a good talk and stuff. And Trump say he ain't got no problem with him. You know what I'm saying? He just gonna see what he gonna do. Because if he do anything shaky, Trump gonna be right there on his head. Because they talked all that nonsense about, illegal agents ain't bad, this, that, and the third. So Governor Abbott in Texas, since y'all like him so much, everybody who got caught come across the border, he put them on the airplane and flew their right to New York. Flew them right to Chicago. Him and the governor from DeSantis, the governor from Florida, Ron
Yeah.
DeSantis. Yeah, they was piling them up on airplanes, sending their right on up out of their state.
Bushes.
They ain't no illegals in their state. They was piling their right on up on airplanes and sending their right to these states that said they like them. Chicago, oh, you like it? Here we go. And the people of Chicago rose up a little bit. They were like, hold up, hold up, hold up. You're going to tell us the school is closed, but you got these people in there? You know, because they didn't have nowhere to put all these people. So they started putting them in schools, you know what I'm saying, in the cafeteria and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have
Built,
somewhere for them to go.
building up churches and everything.
Right, right. Well, not churches, because you know, it's a separation between church and state. So that was just something that the church was doing on their own. But as far as the government, yeah, they was converting schoolhouses and building like outdoor tent facilities to try to house these people and put them somewhere. They was taking over parks and putting them in the park, but they had it built up. They was giving them vouchers to go stay at hotels. These folks was doing the absolute most, man. But you know, the American citizen can't get a dollar. The minute we ask for a dollar, you know, it's an issue. You know. So last week or a couple weeks ago, the conversation in the streets was that Trump was sending out $2,500. Did anybody get the money?
Nah, man, that was just I
What
don't
was
know.
that?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's something. Obviously, it's his idea, but it'll probably have to be something that's approved by Congress
All
in
right,
order.
so it was just an idea they was putting out there. I thought it was something that was on the move, that people was about to get some money.
I don't know. I think.
Hold on for a second. Hey, out there in the chat, did anybody get that $2,500? Did y'all get y'all money yet?
Nah.
No, nobody ain't get. They ain't sending that out. It gotta be approved.
Oh, it ain't been approved yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to go be approved by
What
Congress, man.
who so it was something that Trump threw out there and he hoping that they write up some legislation to get it going or something.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be money that each one of us get
Mm-hmm.
because of the profit from the tariffs.
Oh, okay. So Trump breaking bread with us from the tariffs. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, yes. So he gonna do something kind of like Obama, or not Obama, but Biden did with the whatever it was, the stimulus or whatever.
Yeah, Trump did the stimulus checks first.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He was the one in office.
Oh, he didn't.
He did. He was in
What was
office.
that? What was that
Bi-
when we had COVID? They
Right.
called.
Trump was the president during COVID.
Yeah.
Biden did the stimulus first, then Donald Trump came back with the second round.
No, he didn't. Trump was in
Yes, he
office
did.
now. No, he didn't.
And he
Biden wasn't in
did,
office.
man.
Biden was not in office. Trump was in office during COVID.
Man, no, he wasn't,
When
man.
it kicked off, Trump was, but then when it switched hands, it was still under
Yeah,
COVID.
No, when they switched hands,
Biden,
they weren't even talking about COVID no more when Biden won the presidency. They weren't talking about COVID no more.
No, not as much. It had kind of
Not
died
at
down.
all. When Trump was in office, it was every day, all day, COVID talk. They tried to act like Trump had something to do with it.
That was one of the things that hurt his numbers, man, and they knew that it would. You know
Right.
what
They
I'm
kept
saying?
pushing that so hard. And then when Biden got in office, they didn't even talk about that. But
No.
yeah, Trump sent the first checks out.
What did they ever do with Fauci?
And Fulton County.
No, Anthony Fauci. He was
Oh,
the
Fauci.
surgeon. Yeah, Fauci. He was the surgeon general or whatever when COVID come through. He was. I think he. Man, they all profited off of that some way, man. I feel like.
Fauci is under investigation.
Yeah. There's some funny business going on with that, man. And that
Yeah.
whole they was involved with that Wuhan. That's where that came from.
Right. The lab in Wuhan. Fresh said he always get his check. See, if you got that stimulus package the first time or whatever for the COVID thing, whatever card you got on file or whatever, You need to be paying attention, be looking at that, because that money's supposed to be coming through from my understanding of the situation. They supposed to be sending everybody $2,500. That's what I heard. That's why I was asking, did anybody get their money yet? See, hey, Moni, did you get your money? Did Trump send you some money yet? You know what I'm saying? Ty, did Trump send you some money? Fresh, did you get your check yet? Did the stimulus check come, man? We're going to have to check into that, man. We're going to have to definitely do a deep dive on that and see if them stimulus checks came out, man, because they've been talking about that. That was like, we can't get sidetracked with this other stuff, man. We need to find out where that stimulus money is. We need
to get approved by Congress first.
Huh?
You got to get approved by Congress first.
Yeah, see, they got it.
Fresh said he got his.
They got to approve that shit, man.
So how did Fresh get his already?
I think he's front, man.
Oh, okay. Little brother trolling me right now. Okay. He said I got mine. Okay, so Fresh is just trolling me right now. Look, man, we 1 hour in on the Late Show at Ellenwood Studios TV and on the Face of the Austin set. We had breaking news tonight. We was talking about the big Democrat play to tell the military to not obey Trump orders. Trump popped out and said that was treason.
I wish you quit saying that shit, man.
Quit saying what?
I'm the face of the Austin second. You the goddamn face, okay? Get it. Stop saying that shit, man.
I'm reading the title of this. I'm reading the title of the video.
Nah, fuck all that, man.
Yeah, I'm reading the title of the video. It say the Late Show, Ellenwood Studios TV, the face of the Austin sector, which is me. Breaking news tonight. Let's talk about treason. That's what we had going on tonight. That is what we had going on tonight. It was a very interesting show. We put our information on the board to let the people know that this is tomorrow's news today.
Right now, why your ass ain't the face of them people sector? That's what I'm finna do. I'm about to break it down.
Yeah, so we put tomorrow news today on the board.
Tomorrow news.
This is what they're going to be talking about this week coming up, about Trump saying that everybody who said don't follow his orders should be under investigation right now, ASAP. They should be charged with sedition and treason. And you know the penalty for treason. You know the penalty for treason. So, yeah, we 1 hour in. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Hey, what you want to do, bro? You want to stay over here or you want to go over to the hood?
I ain't going live, man.
Oh, okay. So then what we going to do, man, we'll let my sister take off, and then I'm going to drop this one off so it can be loading up, and then I'm going to start another one up. Man, y'all give me 3-4 minutes, man. Y'all pop right back out. Matter of fact, we're going to let Mon take out. Take out, Mon.
You've been calling my name. Disrespect me, got no choice but to slang. I ain't gon' lie, death been calling my name. The devil calling, I don't even pick it up when it rain. Can't do that. He disrespect me, got no choice but to slang. Team that night, I'm real demanding. Now I make this bitch sing, and we gon' ride on him. All behind, get right on side and open fire on him. We gon' open fire on him. Let them bitches spark puff as you lie on. Bow. I go by one way, I get brutal when it come to stepping. He sending distance like he could, bitch, go get you a whip. Hit up my shooter, he get reckless, he slang Smith and Wesson. Got on my trench coat with my Glock, took that dare you to test me. That iron sound just like a rock band when I let it slang. This shit get evil, snag his people, let his mama hang. He tryna squash it, but his up shit gotta end in flames. Might take the easy route, let the junkie smash him for some cane. I ain't gon' lie, death been calling my name. The devil calling, I don't even pick it up when it rain. He disrespect me, got no choice but to slang. He tried to whack me, but he garbage, pussy boy ain't have aim. You bitch. I ain't gon' lie, death been calling my name. The devil calling, I don't even pick it up when it rain. Can't do that. He disrespect me, got no choice but to slang. Teen and Ike, I'm real demanding. I make this bitch sing, and we gon' ride on him. All behind, get right on side and open fire on him. We gon' open fire on him. And let them bitches smoke up as you lie on him. Day blocking in the skank with a big Glock on side me. Can't afford to leave at home, that'll be a dead nigga try to blind me. 7.62s in the Drake, got that bitch right behind me. My favorite channel was Nickelodeon, but I can't let you slam me. Send 2 shots right at the passenger and fuck up his dumb. Then send 3 shots straight to the left and send a driver with him. Ain't got no plans for the backseat, but shit, we still gon' split them. Can't afford to let these plans go wrong, we'll celebrate once we get them. Big old Draco, bullets the size of Legos. I nickname my house the queso, that bitch bound to make your face go. Chop your block, it won't take long. All I need is a hype song. Got a stick stuffed in my jacket with my cocaine white G Nights on. I ain't gon' lie, death been calling my name. The devil calling, I don't even pick it up when it rain. Can't do that. He disrespect me, got no choice but to slang. Teen and Ike, I'm real demanding. I make this bitch sing, and we gon' ride on him. All behind, get right on side and open fire on him. We gon' open fire on him. Let them bitches pop off as you lie on him.
Hey man, the Late Late Show, Ellenwood Studios TV. I am the face of the Austin sector. This breaking news tonight. We talked about treason. Donald Trump said they was committing sedition, trying not to follow his orders. Man, I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in tonight. We put the Late Late Show on the board. You know, it's an hour-long show, man. I appreciate all the love and all the support. Thank you for everybody that hit the Cash App tonight. What we're going to do, man, we're going to drop this one off, let it load up. I'm going to start up another live. Give me 2 minutes. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Give me 2 minutes. Y'all pop right back out, man. Y'all pop right back out. For Splash Splash in Traffic, I'm Ted Turner. This is Ellenwood Studios TV. We report the news.